Good morning, everyone, and how are you guys doing today? Now, the traffic in the morning on your way to work. Wasn't it cray-cray? There's always heavy traffic waiting for us. Now, even if you're taking the subway, you have to survive, yourself inside the crowd of people. And I know standing among a crowd of people can be stressful. But if you're traveling short distance, why don't you use that time to exercise? Maybe walk a little, take a bicycle to the workplace. Don't worry too much about the heat, even though it's the summertime, because there's always temperature differences. So usually it's cooler in the morning when you're on your way to work. And when you leave work in the evening, it's cool as well. Just try to avoid midday and afternoon. Anyways, let's get our day started with a great song by my man Jason Derulo, and the song is called It Girl. Yeah, that was Jason Derulo singing It Girl. And right now you guys are tuned into What's Poppin' with Brian Ju on TBS efm 101.3 in Seoul and its surrounding areas, GFN 98.7 in Gwangju and 93.7 in Yeosu. Now, a few reminders. If you want to get in contact with us with some questions or send us a nice little sweet email, the address is efmpoppin@gmail.com. Also, if you haven't already, hit us up on Twitter. And to do that, you need to follow us on Twitter at TBS What's Poppin'. And if you're interested about a playlist, you want to check out our website. To do that, the website address is tbsefm.soul.kr/EFM/What's Poppin'. But for now, a word from our sponsors. Alrighty, it's time for today's pick. Now, there's one day left until the weekend starts, and I always feel like Thursday's the longest day of the week, and at the same time, the most stressful day of the week. Not Wednesday for me, not hump day, but Thursday. And also, you can easily get lazy or lose motivation, so I'm going to help you guys choose some foods that can help you guys, get refreshed throughout the day. Number 1, drink 8 to 13 cups of liquids a day, preferably water. Keeping hydrated is the most important thing for your body. So cut back on caffeine, and too much caffeine can actually make you more tired and work against you because it overworks your hormones. So if you feel like you really need some caffeine or some energy, try replacing it with like some green tea or some natural herbal teas. Make sure you're getting enough vitamins through your food and supplements. A few vitamins responsible for energy are all the B vitamins, vitamin C and vitamin D. To be more specific, you need to take supplements with more B12 if you don't eat that much meat. Also, how about considering a vegetarian diet or a vegan diet? Now, this diet is light and helps the digestion system. Now, you might think that vegan diets taste bad, but there are great recipes online out there, so you guys can go check it out and try eating a plant-based diet. Now, reduce eating processed foods such as breads, cereals, canned goods, fast food, and so forth. Instead, try and eat as many whole foods as possible, and the food that came straight from the ground, vine, or tree. Now, they're the most nutrient-dense and will give you increased energy. Now, avoid dairy products if possible. They produce excess mucus, which may, help you guys catch colds, which you don't want, some sinus problems, and infections. Now, you can get your calcium through leafy greens, beans, almonds, and fortified non-dairy milks, such as almond milk, coconut milk, hemp milk, and there's so many milks out there on the market right now. So let's start, creating a new diet plan and go food shopping if you can today on this warm day because, the grocery markets are actually cooler inside. And we selected a great song that you guys can listen to get you pumped up while you're out grocery shopping. This is Usher with DJ Got Us Falling in Love featuring Pitbull.
Thank you, DJ.
No, thank you, Usher. And that was Usher singing DJ Got Us Falling in Love featuring Pitbull. Now, this track was released to digitally download back in 2010 as the first single from Usher's EP, Versus. Now, Versus is an extension of his sixth studio album, Raymond vs. Raymond. And this song is considered as a Europop electronic dance track, and it received a combination of positive and negative reviews from critics. Now, people favored its production and Usher's vocals, but at the same time, they criticized it because the song's lack of originality. Now, DJ Got Us Falling in Love peaked in the top 10 in over 15 countries, becoming one of Usher's most successful singles. Now, after his music video for the track was released, a man with the ID Captain Sparkles created a Minecraft-themed parody of this track. And the title of the version is called Revenge. So if you haven't already, go check it out. It's pretty cool. Now, compared to this track, our next song includes a slower R&B groove, and it's by a beautiful artist named Natasha Bedingfield, and the song is called Love Like This. Yes, those were the smooth vocals of Natasha Bedingfield, featuring Sean Kingston with Love Like This. Now, this track is included on Bedingfield's second North American album, Pocket Full of Sunshine. And the song features vocals from, of course, the reggae pop singer himself, Sean Kingston. Now, the lyrics discuss finding love with a person who has been, there all your life and has always loved you, but you never noticed it until now. That happens to a lot of people in relationships. Now, there's a remix version of it, which features vocals from Lil Wayne with a slightly different beat. And the song was released in North America back in 2007, and it was released in the UK and Ireland back in 2008. The song was a commercial success, reaching the top 20 on the majority of the charts that it was on, of course. It blew up, pretty much. Up next, we have a song by Mr. Big Time, of course, because he won so many awards last year and this year. We're talking about Mr. Macklemore and Ryan Lewis with the song called Same Love. Now, Macklemore and Ryan Lewis is a Seattle-based hip-hop duo, and Same Love is their fourth single released in their 2012 debut studio album, The Heist. Now, the track originally, the lyrics actually talk about the issue of gay and lesbian rights. Same Love is unofficially adopted as an anthem by supporters of legalizing same-sex marriage. Macklemore explained that the song also came out of his own frustration with hip-hop's positions on homosexuality. If you actually listen to it, he talks about his uncle, people that he knows in life, and the equality that we need around the world. The song reached number 11 on the Billboard Hot 100 in the United States and reached number 1 in both New Zealand and Australia. Yes, a lot of people love this song. And of course, the song was nominated, of course, like all his songs, at the 56th Annual Grammy Awards for Song of the Year. So if you haven't heard this song before, it's actually a very catchy tune. I didn't know the lyrics until maybe last year, but I first heard it when I was back in the States. The beat's pretty hot. And for those of you all, I didn't know Macklemore and Ryan Lewis back then, and I thought he was African American. I did not know he was a Caucasian dude singing the song. And the song actually has a featuring artist as well, and she goes by the name of Mary Lambert. And apparently there's a song that actually is out there, her singing her vocals on the track, the same vocals as on this song, but the whole song is just her singing it, not Macklemore and Ryan Lewis on the track. But if you guys are able to find out, I forget the name of the song. I know it's not called Same Love, but if you guys are able to check out that song, I recommend it. It's a great track by Mary Lambert. She has beautiful vocals. But for now, it's going to be the first or the last song for the first half of our show. Once again, this is Macklemore and Ryan Lewis featuring Mary Lambert with Same Love. Welcome back to the second half of What's Poppin'. Today we do have Check the Rhyme, original Thursday segment. But since Johnny left us last week, bye, Johnny, and I hope you're having a great time up in Jersey. I'll see you shortly because I'll be there by the end of the month. We have a new guest coming shortly in the studio, but to find out who that guest is, you guys have to stay tuned to find the guest for Check the Rhyme. But for now, a word from our sponsors. Yeah, welcome back to What's Poppin'. Right now, we got Check the Rhyme. But before we get into the new artist, or new guest, I said new artist. Actually, I just want to say big ups on producing this new theme song in the beginning because it's hot. No offense to whoever made the original track before when Johnny was here. I just think this is a little bit more, up to date. The last segment, last time that Johnny was on the show was a little old school. Not a bad thing, but we need to update our songs from time to time. But with no further ado, Johnny is gone, and unfortunately, all our fans that loved and supported Johnny, we just hope that, he does great things in the future. Unfortunately, he's not with us no more. He's back in the States working on future projects, and literally, I will pray for you that great things happen in your future. But right now, we have a new guest for our Thursday segments for Check the Rhyme, we're going to introduce him right now. Can you actually introduce yourself?
Yes, everybody. My name is Elmo, one half of the production duo Double Dragon.
Oh.
And I just want to say what's up, what's poppin'. Thank you for having me here today. I feel really blessed to be here today to share one of my passions, which is hip-hop.
Awesome.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Oh, well, thanks for being here, making time to be here. Now, question is, of course, a lot of listeners are probably wondering, your name, first of all,
okay.
Elmo. It's not a typical people name. When you think of Elmo, you're thinking Tickle Me Elmo from Sesame Street. Now, how did you come up with this? Is your real name? Did your parents come up with this name?
Okay, so let me break it down for you.
Okay.
I was in my mom's belly, and it was really dark.
Okay.
And I'm like, man, I gotta get out of here.
You spoke to yourself when you're in your mom's womb? That's crazy.
No, I just had a conscience, man. I had this conscience, and I'm just like, man, I gotta get out of here. That's the first thing I remember. The second thing I remember is I'm looking up, and there was this light. 3 people were standing there, and it was my mom, my dad, the doctor. And the doctor's like, man, look at him. He's so beautiful. What are we gonna name him? And then my parents are immigrants, like 40,
just like every other Korean parent out there. Yes,
exactly. So 40 years. This is 40 years ago. So they didn't know English. They didn't know about names. They didn't know.
40 years? You're 40 years old? You just gave your age away.
No. They're 40 years ago. They went there, and then it took some time for me to come out.
Okay.
Took some time. So my dad's like, "Yeah, what should we name him?" So then my mom said, "I don't know." And then the nurse comes in. She's like, "I have a name book." So the nurse comes in with a name book, and my mom's just like, "This one looks good."
Because of the meaning of the name, apparently. Do you even know what Elmo stands for?
No.
Like what it means? Oh, okay, never mind. I thought you knew.
Everybody associates the name with the Sesame Street character.
Of course.
But I gotta tell you, I came out first.
Oh, before Elmo was created.
Before Elmo was created.
Oh, there's some fun facts for y'all right now.
Elmo debuted on Sesame Street in 1985.
Ah.
And I will give up my age. I was born in 1980.
Okay.
So I'm 5 years young on that Elmo.
There you go, Elmo. So if you're trying to get props on the name, it's it was first created by Elmo, who's in the studio right now. Not you, little red, little furry thing, but the human being Elmo.
Get it straight.
But when you're telling your story, I thought it was like a biblical thing, because you said, I was in my mom's stomach. I looked out. I saw the light, like God, and I saw three people sitting there, like three wise men. I'm like, man, this is a spiritual story. And all of a sudden, like, boom, Elmo.
I was going that way, but then I had to cut it off.
But thank you for the stories. Thank you for telling us what your name is.
Yeah.
And for those of you listening right now, Elmo is the new segment leader for our Thursday segment called Check the Rhyme. Johnny is in the States. So we got to move on to the first artist. And the first artist that you brought with you and to the table is...
Okay, so it's not actually an artist. Because I'm a hip-hop music producer, when I listen to a song, a hot song, the first thing that I think about is, man, who produced that beat? Who made that beat?
Yeah. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, right now, there's a guy out who's like super hot in terms of production. His name is DJ Mustard. Have you heard of him?
DJ Mustard. I know Colonel Mustard from the game Clue, the board game. That's about it.
Yeah. He's the one with the one eyeglass, or?
All I know, he had the little yellow, since he was Mustard, it was a yellow piece, or whatever you call it.
Okay.
Yes.
Anyways, this DJ Mustard, he's, right now, he's got the hot hand. Production term, you got the hot hand.
Okay.
Everything you touch goes on the charts.
So if you compare him to Pharrell.
Okay.
Similar.
If you compare, if I were to compare him to Pharrell, he has a very simplistic production sound.
Okay.
Like, just like Pharrell, he doesn't overproduce, he kind of just does it just enough to make it.
So he just probably uses, like Pharrell does, 4 little instruments. You got the snare, the kick, maybe some synthesizers in the background, and that's it.
That's right. So the sound that DJ Mustard actually came up with is called ratchet music. And what ratchet music is, it's basically taking a simple, catchy loop, melody, and banging drums, and it's very minimal production. And his sort of trademark is, if you ever heard songs that go, hey, 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 in the background,
I saw some National Geographic documentaries of that. That's about it.
Yeah, no, I think I saw that one too. But anyways, like, he has these hey things in the background.
And that's his trademark.
That's his trademark. And then you'll always know that it's a Mustard beat when you hear his tag in the beginning of the song.
Now, what's he saying?
He goes, Mustard on the beat, ho!
Oh, so it's like Pharrell, because Pharrell's always doing that, hey, or he always yells in the background,
too.
Yeah,
he does some yelling thing. But then Mustard's like, Mustard on the beat, ho! Okay. And then you always know that. So he has about 8% of the hot songs on the Hot 100 right now. And
so he's making it big right now.
He's making money.
Okay.
He's making money. So the song that I wanted to show you guys today was this song by Kid Ink.
Okay, so that's the actual artist for this track.
Yeah, the actual artist.
But we're talking about DJ Mustard, who produced the track.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right. So he produced that song. If you guys know the song Show Me by Kid Ink, featuring Chris Brown. Okay. That one was produced by DJ Mustard, and he's also produced for guys like Kanye West, Tyga, YG, Young Jeezy, B.O.B., 2 Chainz.
Now, YG the artist or YG the label in Korea?
YG the artist.
Okay, yeah, because people are getting confused about that.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
Oh, he's young. I see your profile. He's only born in 1990?
1990, yeah.
Wow.
And how he got his name was
obviously his first name.
His first
name.
I can
tell.
Yeah. So his name is DJ Mustard, but his real name, his given name is Dijon.
Dijon.
So like Dijon mustard.
Obviously. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's where Dijon
like
mustard.
you could, if you wanted to, you could change your name to DJ Tickles.
Yeah. I guess I could.
Just saying.
Does anybody? Yeah. So
tweet us and let us know if you'd rather have Elmo change his name to DJ Tickles. Because if he does and he blows up, then obviously I get 5% of royalties. Because I came up with it.
Yeah.
We'll sign a contract.
Write up the papers, man. Write up the papers.
Alrighty, so DJ Mustard, or Dijon McFarlane, he's actually from Compton, California, born June 5th, 1990. And of course, he's under the label, one of my favorite labels, and the lead man, the front man for the label, Rock Nation, my man Jay-Z.
Jigga.
Yes. Great MC. But with no further ado, we gave you guys some information about this track. We're actually emphasizing and focusing on the production of the track instead of the artist. Of course, we do like the artist as well. It is Kid Ink featuring Chris Brown, produced by DJ Mustard, and the song we have for you guys right now is called Show Me. Yeah, that was Kid Ink featuring Chris Brown, Show Me. And for you guys tuning in right now, we're not emphasizing on Kid Ink more, but actually the DJ who did the production on the track, DJ Mustard. And we're back on What's Pop with Brian Jew and your Thursday go-to guy, the new go-to guy for this segment for Check the Rhyme. We have Elmo in the studio.
What's up?
And that was a great track. I know this track, and of course, it's a throwback, a nostalgic track, because Kid Ink or DJ Mustard actually used a track that came out a while back. And the original artist was
Robin S., I think it was.
Okay.
And yeah, he basically took the original melody for that song, slowed it down and looped it, and put his style of drums and the hey hey heys and the mustard on the beat ho. And then you got that track, and yeah, it's doing really well in the charts right now.
Cool. Now, I know you're a producer as well.
Yeah.
Do you have like a trademark sound, or do you say something in the background? Like a lot of artists, not artists, but producers do that. Like P. Diddy be like, bad boy, or, Jay-Z, Jigga.
I don't have that actual trademark stamp that I use when my songs come out, but when I make the beats and I send them out to people, I'll put a tag on it so that they can't record it and put it out. So I have this thing, and it just goes, Double Dragon.
Is it your voice, or is
it? I got this girl to do it.
Okay.
And so that, before, so that they can't release it without my consent. And if they do try, there's this annoying thing in the background that...
Well, that's not annoying. Maybe they like that. Maybe they were like, we want the track because of that Double Dragon in the background.
Really?
Now, how did you come up with Double Dragon? Or you and your producer friend?
My brother is actually, my older brother Roy, he's actually my producing partner.
Oh, so it's a family thing. Okay.
It's a family thing. And we actually came up with the name because back in the day, we used to play Double Dragon. So when we were trying to think of a name for our production team, we're like, how about Double Dragon? Because the story of Double Dragon is two brothers.
Oh, that's true. That's right.
And one of the brothers' girlfriends got kidnapped by this gangster boss, and they have to go and fight all these guys to save her. So just the fact that we're brothers and we wanted to make hot music, we came up with that name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. You guys have the information on why Double Dragon is Double Dragon, and y'all know that his name is Elmo. But right now we have to talk about music, and we're actually got to speed things up a little bit. And the next artist that you brought is Iggy Azalea. Can you give us a short summary of Iggy Azalea, because we got to play her track ASAP?
Okay, Iggy Azalea's Fancy. It continues to reign on the charts at #1 on the Billboard.
Oh, dang.
Now been about 17 weeks on the charts, and people still seem to be addicted to this song. It features Charlie XCS.
Well, apparently this stands for Kiss Charlie Kiss. That's what it stands for.
Kiss Charlie Kiss.
Yeah.
Okay, so when I first heard this song, I thought it was a DJ Mustard beat because...
Oh, you got fooled. Okay.
It had the same elements that DJ Mustard beats have. The melody, looping melody, minimal production, banging drums, and even has the hey hey heys in the back. But at the front, no mustard on the beat ho.
So obviously, it's a different producer. Do you know who produced this track?
Yeah, the producers were some producers that Iggy Azalea actually worked with for a while in London called The Invisible Men. And so basically, they took DJ Mustard's trademark ratchet sound, and they went number one with it. So,
so do you think they copied his style?
YG, the guy that DJ Mustard works with frequently, has kind of came out on a freestyle recently. He's like, and he said this line like that kind of alludes to that.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Well,
I think so too.
Well, then we're going to have to find out how similar it is to a DJ Mustard track. So we're going to play the track for you guys right now and give you some more information afterwards. This is Iggy Azalea with Fancy.
Yep.
Yeah. That was Iggy Azalea with Fancy. And right now you guys are tuning in to What's Poppin' with Brian Jew and your man, Elmo.
Yes.
And right now we have the last song set up for you guys. And we're going to get information, some fresh information about this duo. And the song that you brought is...
Summertime by DJ Jazzy Jeff
Love
and
song.
the Fresh Prince.
It's a great song.
It's an awesome song.
It's a good throwback summer track.
It is. Every summer, when I hear the song and it comes out on the radio, and just when that beat drops, it's just like,
Summertime. Oh, it's a great track. And it's a perfect track for this hot, humid weather. But unfortunately, we are out of time for today. But we want to thank Elmo for coming in the studio.
Thank you for having me.
How was it for you? It's your first day here on radio. And I don't know if I can say this on radio, but Elmo is a radio virgin. There you go.
Yes, and I want to thank you for being gentle.
Well, I'm... All right, we don't want to get too into that. It sounded wrong. But either way, thank you, Elmo, for these hot tracks that you brought with you. And it's different because a lot of people just bring the artist, but you actually brought a song that had more depth to it and talked about the producers of the tracks.
Yeah, and just as a producer, I just like to sort of, come at, the listeners with a different angle than just listening to artists be like, hey, this is a good song.
And I think that's a great idea. It's original, it's new, and a lot of people still don't know that production companies aren't really known out there. They just think, the artist, they came up with the track. Nope, that's not the case all the time.
Right.
There's a production company, a production team behind the track that nobody really gets to know about and see.
Right.
And you are the perfect example, and you actually... gave some information to a lot of the listeners right now on some of the hottest tracks out right now on the charts. So thank you once again. And we'll see you next week. And how was it? Were you nervous at all today?
You know what? I was nervous when I got here. It was kind of like bungee jumping. I heard about the gig, and I'm like, man, I could do that.
And all of a sudden you get here.
And then I get here and I'm like, oh no, like, what did I get myself into? But then just sitting here and just talking with you and...
it also is the DJ though, usually. If you work with some awkward DJs, it's hard to get into the vibe of things. So I don't want to, toot my own horn or anything.
You're the best, Brian. You're the best.
Thank you. That's what I wanted to hear. So I'm just joking. But once again, thank you guys for tuning in. And we got this last song for our show for Thursday. And it's by DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince with a song called Summertime. And we hope your hot summer gets to cool down while you guys listen to this track. And on behalf of Brian Jew and
Elmo,
we're signing off. Peace.